Hello, everyone. I'm so excited today to share a beautiful story with you of success. And her name is Miss Dora, and she lives in LA, and she's successful as a realtor in Beverly Hills. And I'm privileged that she's here today to share her story about what has happened in her life since she started a clear path to true healthy love. Miss Dora is 47. You see, she's gorgeous, and love is so important. And so, Miss Dora, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Barry, for having me. Thank you.
You're so welcome. So I know that our listeners are really excited to hear from you because they hear from me all the time. So it's really about hearing from you. Um, this week we were talking a lot about feeling cursed in love and what that really is, and are we really cursed? And so let's start here. What was your love life like before we started working together?
Um, Actually, I wouldn't even call it love life, really. I I dated here and there, nothing really significant. I dated men, maybe a handful of men that I dated. None of them really were committed to me. They gave me crumbs, and I was okay with it for some weird reason. Now my eyes are really clear.
Uh-huh.
Um, but back then, I accepted it because that's all I knew. My definition of love was part-time, which ties down to my background, but I'm sure we'll talk about that later. But
Yeah.
that was my love life, just part-time love.
Right. Part-time love. And I remember when we met and we had our strategy, a stepping into love strategy session, you said, Barry, I feel like I'm cursed in love. I feel like I'm cursed. So what was that about? Why did you think that you were cursed?
I thought that I was cursed because none of my siblings, they're women, are married. So with four siblings that I have that are not married, none of us are married in the family. The boys are married, but not the women. So we all just sort of, you know, accepted that that's what it is because why I understand that one doesn't get married, but all of us having been married, it's just didn't make sense. And coming from the background that I come from, African, if something doesn't work out your way, then it's a curse.
Curse.
So, so that's sort of the belief that I carried on. Believe it or not, that's just what I internalized and believed to be true, which you have shown to me over and over again. That's not true, and I have seen that, and I start to see it. That's absolutely not true.
That's right. We have so much in our backgrounds and our cultures that kind of dictate how we view ourselves and then how we view the journey. So what was it that had you do the strategy call with me? What was it that had you say to yourself, I need a plan. I need support. Was there a turning point for you?
Yes. Gosh, I prayed so much. I done so many fasting and praying for days and weeks. There's a tikkun prayer that my friend gave to me, my Jewish family sister, really, gave to me to do for 40 days. I did it for 40 days. And I think honestly, it was all part of the prayers that led me to you. Because sometimes God will not just hand you exactly what you want at that moment, but will guide you to what you want and what you need. And I think that's how I met you. So it was through the praying and the fasting and the meditation that I did that sort of opened I was just tired every year. Every time there's a new year, I have this stinking feeling, this horrible feeling inside of me that,
Oh,
I'm getting older, it's not gonna happen, and just sad about it. So this time around, when I came across you, I just saw your newsletter in my inbox. And believe it or not, I have been receiving your newsletter for 1 year, and I never noticed it. Never
oh,
noticed it
oh,
until one Sunday morning. I woke up and I said to God, It's enough, God. Unless you don't love me, then I won't find someone. And I just went about my business, and I was clearing my inbox. And one of the first emails that came through that morning, that Sunday morning, was from you. And I opened it, I read through it, and I signed up for the strategy session. And a day later, here we were on the phone talking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I totally believe that is why we come together when we're really ready for the right support and a plan. Because it's great to pray, but prayer is not action oriented. So the
Yes.
prayer does really, really connect us. I've seen that
Yes.
happen so much. So since you're in the program now, it's about 4 or 5 weeks now.
5 weeks. Yeah.
5 weeks, midway through, you're just ready now to be an empowered dater. What has changed for you about your perspective around your situation? What are you noticing?
So much has changed. There is so much. Even my friends have noticed my perspective on things and how I've changed. A lot. Everyone keeps telling me there's a you look happy. That's what I keep hearing. You look happy, and I think it's all the homework that you give us. A lot of writing, and definitely the coaching, most importantly, the coaching and our community that we have that's so supportive. And you see that, oh my God, I'm not alone.
Right, right.
Are in my situation. We just don't have the tools to get what we want. And now that I have the tools and I have um, the support, definitely everything that you're instilling in us, in changing our ways of thinking, our mindset, has just given me the possible. And of course, seeing all the successes, right? That of the people in the pictures behind you, if they
My
happen
wall of
for them,
love.
yeah. And if they happen for them, it can happen for me because they all have similar stories as me. Our patterns of dating are very similar. So that's also one of the reasons why I see, oh, it's not a curse. It's not everybody's curse then. So we all just have this pattern that it's in our blind spots, and you've opened our eyes to them, and we're now seeing the blind spot and knowing how to navigate them and just be and an empowered person, not just a dater, just a human being. Because the work that we're doing, it's not just for dating. You can see it through every area of your life, even in my business. It's
Ah,
incredible. It's incredible. Yeah.
oh, I love that. What are you seeing like in your business, like with your perspective? What are you noticing?
My business has actually picked up. Before I met you, I guess again, it's all part of the mindset. Oh, it's a slow market, and that's just the way it is. It's either a slow market or bidding wars and blah 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 blah. And I think since I started your sessions, I've picked up a few more clients. I've put them in escrow. So things have really worked for me. It's incredible how things have really improved in my life. I'm not so quick to be angry with friends anymore. It's crazy. So much has changed.
Oh my God, I love that. I'm hearing real new perspectives, optimism, but rooted in reality, in
Yeah.
true knowing that you're not cursed, and that now that you have a plan, like finding your soulmate is inevitable. It's
Yes.
inevitable, right? I know it's
Yes.
happy. Talk for a moment about what you notice about how you had been taking crumbs. You mentioned taking crumbs in relationships. what do you notice now about, you know, maybe why you did that and why that'll never happen again?
I think now, I mean, now that I know so much more, it was definitely because I didn't feel worthy of real empowered love and someone that would be truly committed to me. I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I was desirable enough for it. Um, and that's why I accepted it. I didn't know any better. And now I know better. I know what I want. I know my worth. Not just, oh, I'm worthy, like on a superficial level, but
Right.
truly inside of me know my worth. That I am worthy of love. And it doesn't mean that it's because I'm well accomplished. No, it's just being because I'm a human being. We're all worthy of love. It doesn't matter what your imperfections are. We're all worthy of love. That's what I've really embodied and really believed, and truly internalized. And that's now ringing true for me.
I love that. So that's the difference. That's what I notice. So we could be smart, we could be beautiful, we could be successful. But if we don't have that true embodiment, then it's just, oh, I'm worthy. I know I'm worthy. But we have to clear those real beliefs, the conditioning that's still there. That's still there, even if we're a good person or we're optimistic. And
Yeah,
that's what's happened for you, Miss Dora. It's like you've transformed. You see it. You
I
get it,
do. I
right?
do. I do. And the other thing about taking the program that I've noticed, I get a lot of attention everywhere I go. I
Oh,
was I was I met up with some friends and there's a hotel near me that's called Sofitel where they had this jazz night on Monday night and I walked in. It was incredible. Everyone turned and looked at me, even women. And my friend later on we're talking, my friend looked at me and said, "What is it about you lately? You are glowing."
you know what it is? It's because now your soul is shining, your light is shining. You're so high vibration,
High vibration.
you're integrated, you're you're beautiful externally and you feel the beauty internally. And that is truly magnetic. And that is what allows us to meet our soulmate when we are connected to our essence and we have all the skills, right? The skills,
Right.
communication, and how to invite them, and how to end a date with clarity, how to know if someone is for you. And these are things that start to happen in weeks in our empowered dating. So, what are you most excited about now?
Oh, God, dating. I'm really looking forward to actually putting everything to work and meeting people and really, getting closer to meeting my true love. That's
Right?
what I'm really excited about. I have my mantras that I have on my mirror in the
Yeah.
bathroom. So every morning when I go read through them, I see the married date by when I will meet my true love by, and it's amazing. At first, I was just reading through them, right? And now, as the days progress, that I read through them every day, a few times a day, now it's starting to feel true.
Right.
And subconsciously, believe it or not, I when I try to make a decision, I'm thinking about my husband, how that will fit in, because I'm gonna meet him soon.
Exactly. But you couldn't do that before when there are blocks that we don't even know are not handled that prevent us from really believing. And even if you try to be optimistic, You can't because I'm cursed and there's the self-worth challenges and the low vibration and it's exhausting when we're in
It
that
is
old way, right?
absolutely 100%. It feels hopeless. And you know, while that hasn't gone away completely because it's been years of conditioning on that, right?
Right.
But what I am proud of, and I thank you for, is to continue to challenge that thinking. And you gave us the steps on how to challenge those thinking. And the power of writing and shining the light on the darkness, it's so powerful. And that's what's been getting me through it. It does come, the feelings will come. Or when I speak with a family member and they challenge me on that and remind me of it. And I keep going back to challenge that thinking. Is it true? Let's really look at what's actually true. What's a fact? Like you always say, fact is fact, right?
Right. Right.
What's fact? What is true? And then coming up with rational thinking about it and powerful thinking about it and just condition and just keep repeating that to myself over and over and over again until I feel better and go about my business.
Go about your day. Because now you're in a rational place because you
Right.
totally know how to get to that space and that's how you're
Right. Which
living.
I didn't have before. And
That's right.
that's what made me feel hopeless. But now I don't feel that way anymore. Yes, thank God. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
It's yeah, it's really empowering. It's really, really empowering. And
Oh,
to have that with my prayer, oh, every day I'm just so thankful. I'm just so deeply thankful.
that is so great. I'm so happy. This is what I love so much because I know that date that you set and that man that we designed and that life that you're going to have, you're going to totally have it because you're stepping into a new future.
Amen.
Amen. Totally. So, Miss Dora, I meet women all the time that are like you, they're successful. But when it comes time to investing financially, you're investing time, some energy, and financially, people have their concerns. And you did. You were like, oh,
I
I'm not
did.
there. And
I
I
did.
totally. So now that you're on the other side in this different paradigm, in this new version of yourself, what do you want to tell other women that are like, oh, that have their fears and their doubts and their skepticism and will it work for me? You want them to know.
Wow. I would say don't hesitate, honestly, because I was there. I when I first had the strategy call with you and you told me the price, I stepped back and I thought to myself, wow, 10 grand is a lot of money for 3 months. And also because I didn't really, for me, it's really because I didn't really know about you. For some reason, I found you in my inbox. I don't even remember how I was getting your emails. Later on, I did saw the connection, but um, I didn't know at the time. So I didn't know if it was going to work for me. I have spent money in the past for this 3-day immerse seminars where you're like jumping, ha ha ha, and
Right.
and
Then you go home and you're like,
you
well,
go
what am
home and like you're back to you don't know
I
how
know
to
what's
continue, right? Yeah, exactly. So I thought, how would this be different? And this is even with a lot more money. Um, is this the wise way to spend my money? And I thought to myself, after what did it for me was when you told me, I I can help you. I'll hold your hand. Um, your soulmate's on the other side. Let me just pull you in. I know how to get you what you want. And you said it with so much conviction. It wasn't about this. I didn't hear anything about trying to sell me on anything, but it was more about trying to get me what I crave and deserve. what is my birthright, right? That is
Exactly.
trying to allow me, help me to achieve. And I sense that, even though I did fight you more, and I still continue to fight you on it. And I told you I'm 90% there.
Right.
But and I even hung up. We didn't. I tried to get out of the call, and I told you I was going to call you back, and I almost didn't call you back. Gosh, I'm so thankful I did. I did. Honestly, what I did was, even though yes, I had some savings, and I didn't really want to touch my savings, but I got a credit card. That was 18 months, no interest rate, you know.
Yeah.
So I figured I'll pay it off by then. I'll just pay it off by within that 18 months. So that's how I did it. I put on my credit card and I just put the whole chunk just for peace of mind, and I pay little by little. Yeah.
And you're successful. You see high ticket. You sell real estate in Beverly Hills.
I do. I do. And it just felt right, to be honest with you. I felt like I needed to do this for me. I'm worth the investment. And
Yes.
now that I'm taking the course, my gosh, it's worth every penny and even more, a lot more. Will I pay $1 million for it? If I'm on that level, yes, I will. Because it's worth it for me that way. It's worth it for me because I
Beautiful.
know I deserve it. I deserve that uh, I need to upgrade myself, and that's what I'm doing. You know, we all need to upgrade ourselves and spend money to better our lives. Money really is just a tool. Why do we work so hard to improve our lives? And this is part of improving our lives.
Exactly. And we learn about so many other things. We invest in other things. And this is love. We don't grow up learning how to find love. We don't learn it in college. We don't learn it online. We don't learn it from our families. We don't learn it from our friends. And yeah, you deserve it. And look, it sounds like with real estate, like
I do.
everything is even better in your career. Hmm?
Yes, because it's me that I'm improving. So and bring
Exactly.
me to everywhere that I go, right?
That's right.
So
Exactly. And you are worth everything. And your soulmate
everything.
can be a new life, a new paradigm, and really a break in a generational pattern for you and your sisters.
Amen. Yes.
Because you all grew up in the same kinds of constraints, in the same curse mindset, in the same trauma. So we fix it. We fix
We
it and we
did.
transcend it,
We did.
and
We
you'll
did.
have,
And it
yeah,
gets
please.
better and better and better. Yes.
That's right. And the investment is really not 90 days or 4 months. It's really in the next 60 years,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Break that down and it's like small. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It's incredible how fast you start seeing the improvements in yourself. I didn't know it was possible.
That's right. So I want you all watching. It is possible. Of course, it can happen fast when you're doing the right transformation on the right work, on the right foundation, right steps, future focused. Of course, it's inevitable.
Yes, it's inevitable.
Oh, I love your heart and I'm so excited for you. And I could see why everyone turns to get a piece of your energy. So I'm really
Thank
proud.
you.
Yeah, we're going to celebrate. So the next interview, everyone, you'll tune in that Miss Dora met her love and then she got married and her beautiful life story that is happening now because she's already creating it. So thank you so much for your time and your love. You're amazing. And I'm very
Thank
grateful.
you. Oh, I'm grateful. Thank you, Barry. Thank you so much.
Of course. Okay. Bye now.